Hello again. The Reverend Alan Allen here with my second webcast for the church's website. And after my first website, I've received some lovely feedback from my housekeeper, who is still self-isolating, of course. But nonetheless, thank you very much, Mrs. Antonievich Banaszewski. Now, have you noticed when watching television that on so many interviews, one can feel extremely privileged at gaining a glimpse into the homes of the interviewer or the interviewee. And they're so diverse, ranging from the female host of a cultural programme on BBC Two, who has an enormous bust of Sappho on the shelf behind her, to the interviewer who was speaking from a large and spacious living room, at the back of which there was this huge white leather sofa with white leather cushions. Amazing. I mean, a dark sofa will get just as dirty as a white leather one, but nonetheless one would feel a little bit scared at sitting down or lying down on a white leather sofa, because in the course of time, with so much human action, as it were, a white leather sofa is more likely to highlight any grubby marks or inadvertent stains. So the point being that it is so easy to concentrate more on what is actually behind the speaker, rather than listening carefully to what they're actually saying. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, are those net curtains behind the Reverend? And the answer, of course, is yes, they are. And you're probably thinking, net curtains, they're not very blokish, if indeed you can categorize your local vicar as being blokish or otherwise. Yes. When I first came here, there were no curtains at all, and so I had some net curtains commissioned to fit the frame, as it were, until such time as I could move in. And the fascinating thing about net curtains is that they're full of little holes, which of course is what makes them net curtains. But despite all those holes, when you're outside, you cannot actually see in, even if there's a light on. Amazing. So, of course, initially, that was their purpose, to act as a kind of security stopgap until such time as I could move in and furnish the flat and obtain some drapes. As you see, a couple of months down the line, and the net curtains are still here. I have thought of taking them down, of course. Without them, I would be able to see out better. And indeed, anyone passing, any of you, would be able to see in. And if you caught sight of me sitting in my chair by the window, you might wave. And also, without these curtains, I would be able to open the window more easily, and we might be able to have a little conversation to safe distance. Possibly. I wouldn't want to scare anyone by scrabbling to the window and to getting the window open and flagging someone down and hailing, "Hello!" That might seem a little bit desperate. But I am looking forward to the time when the lockdown will ease a little bit, and so I might be able to do what some of the cafes are doing in the village, and offering a little takeaway service to any passers-by, and I could engage in some kind of conversation. And if anyone was vegetarian, I could have, say, some light salad and guacamole and tzatziki. And anybody who wasn't vegetarian, I could offer them light salad and pullet. Anyway, you might be able to see from where you are that the net curtains also have these rather lovely flowery patterns sewn into them. And indeed, first thing in the morning, when the sun shines in, it throws wonderful flowery shapes all over the wall. It's lovely. Have you noticed that during this lockdown, some of the slightest things you may otherwise have taken for granted have now taken on an inner beauty of their own? And that, for example, just from net curtains. I got them in Grimsby, and yes. So, remember, we are here for each other. I am here if you want to call. My new telephone is over there, still waiting to ring. So I hope to hear from you soon, or see you through the net curtains. In the meantime, be kind, be safe, and keep in touch. Yes. And God bless, and thank you for listening.